2020 Nissan Frontier review past meets future. Do you believe in time travel? If not, a quick drive of the 2020 Nissan Frontier will convince you this theoretical phenomenon is real. For better or, well, mostly worse, this midsize pickup is a blast from the early 2000s past, an improbable relic the Japanese automaker has left mostly untouched for a decade and a half. During this generation Frontier's time on Earth, the Dodge Dakota drove off into the sunset, Chevrolet overhauled its Colorado, 2 generations of the Honda Ridgeline hit the market, plus Ford's compact Ranger pickup was killed off and then subsequently resurrected. Yeah, a lot has happened since 2005. Nissan is keenly aware of this rig's age and how uncompetitive it's become. Remedying the situation, a totally redesigned Frontier is on the way, set to arrive for the 2021 model year. That pickup should address the current truck shortcomings, offering customers more technology, greater refinement and enhanced performance courtesy of a totally new powertrain. The future is now. Nissan is giving us an opportunity to experience the next-generation Frontier before it's even been unveiled. Curiously, Nissan launched the 2021 model's upgraded powertrain in the outgoing truck. Basically, the engine and transmission were ready to go, so why not ship them early? Usually, automakers introduce new powertrains in totally redesigned vehicles, but occasionally these sine waves are out of sync. And that's what happened here. Nestled underneath my Crew Cab Pro 4X test truck's unusually heavy hood is a 3.8-liter V6 bolted to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This engine pulls double duty, replacing the 4.0-liter V6 as well as the base 2.5-liter 4-pot engine that's offered in the current generation Frontier. About 93% new compared to the outgoing 6-shooter, this engine delivers a more than respectable 310 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 281 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. These figures compare favorably to what the Chevy Colorado's V6 provides, but it's got 40 more horses than the Ranger's Turbo 4, though that Ford does have 29 additional lb-ft of twist, an important advantage for a truck. The bad old days. As for the rest of this truck, it could have been ripped from the pages of H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Like the eponymous device in that short story, it can transport you through the ages well, really just back to the days before advanced driver assistance technology was even a thing and smartphones were on everyone's person, but you get my point. The Frontier's undamped tailgate is unexpectedly weighty, but heavy by today's standards where you can get power lifting and folding tailgates that perform more tricks than a trained border collie. It drops with a thud and takes actual effort to close. This truck's interior looks and feels old, with hard plastic everywhere and plenty of features that are obvious afterthoughts, like the placement of the starter button. It's relegated to the console ahead of the shifter, a most peculiar spot. The AUX jack and USB port reside in a small pod on the passenger side of the center stack, another weird placement. And then there's the infotainment system. Time will tell. The Nissan Frontier is easy to dump on. It's old, lacks commonly available features, and its driving dynamics are crude at best. Still, in a weird way, I find the dearth of technology kind of refreshing. There's no learning curve here, no need to think about how stuff works. Driving it only requires muscle memory. Strangely, pricing for the 2020 Frontier has not been released yet, it's scheduled to be announced later in the spring. But based on the 2019 model, I estimate my Crew Cab Pro 4X tester probably checks out for around $35,000 give or take a couple grand. If you're seriously considering a new Frontier, you probably don't care about how ancient it is. Still, if your heart is set on a Nissan, you'd be prudent holding off until the 2021 model arrives. Its new powertrain is absolutely dynamite, which bodes well for the rest of the truck, though only time will tell how good it really is.